All right, I got a little thought experiment for you guys before we start today's video. If you had $200, because we'll say that let's just make the math easy, right? We'll just say these boxes are $200 a piece. Which one of these boxes would you guys pick and why? So we got Scarlet Violet base set, Battle Styles from Sword and Shield, Journey Together, the Enhanced Edition, and then Obsidian Flames. I don't know, guys. I think Battle Styles. Maybe no, maybe I don't know, man. That Sleepy Tyranitar. It's a tough one, but it's just something I want you guys to think about, right? Give me your thoughts in the comments. I really want to know what you guys think, and enjoy the video, guys. We'll see you around. What's up, guys? Now, some of you may think this video, there's no way this guy's just spouting nonsense for 10 minutes straight. Others may understand that this is it. This is the sauce, right? This is it. So, I'm going to tell you basically how Pokemon is going to end, when it'll end. I'll be within, I'm gonna give myself like a 5-year error of margin, right? We'll give me a 5-year error margin. And well, as someone who's played World of Warcraft since I was, I don't know, in like middle school, the only thing that can kill WoW is WoW itself. So, let's begin, shall we? Can I say kill? Is that allowed? Is this like video gonna get demonetized now? Nah, whatever. So, behold, the sacred chart. This is how it works. But I'm going to explain to you how it breaks. Now, the reason I don't invest in sports cards is because, one, their records are broken, they die, they get old, no one knows who they are, they're not in the limelight, right? Pokemon is able to ride this wave, and it's this unending cycle. It's almost like, what is it, like a Ouroboros or whatever, like the snake that just like eats itself. It's essentially this. Let's say, and maybe I'm over exaggerating a little bit, but let's say 80%, and I'm gonna say like kids in the US, because I don't, or we'll say in first world countries or something like that, right? I'm gonna say that like 80% of kids know about Pokemon. Fair? You could even almost say like 100%, right? But I'm gonna say like 80% of kids are somewhat aware, play the video game, know what right? There's somehow 80% of all children are somehow have been affected by a Pokemon. So, the most important thing though that happens is like this area right here. Like this little area right here. And this is the drop zone. Right? And in this area, this is when no one cares that, like, well, again, this is when I'd say you probably go down to maybe like 20%. Right? Like, I bet you lose, 60%, right? So you only have about 20% guys left, or people left, that actually are involved in Pokemon. And I'm talking like from like middle high school up until like college and stuff. Most people, right, they kind of start caring about like, I don't know, like big booty women and stuff. Like life happens, right? So you lose a lot. Not everyone, obviously, but you lose a lot. And this is like the most important part, because if you had a high retention rate here, you'd have a lot more people like maybe keeping stuff sealed, or you wouldn't have like the most important part over here, right? So this is like the drop zone, and this is where you lose everybody. But then kids go off to college, they go get jobs, they become educated, da 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 da. And then like in this area here, you have the re-entry. I don't even know that's how you spell re-entry. And I'm gonna say you get like another like 20% back. So I'd say you got like, you're up to like 40%, right? Of like people, I'd say 40% of people that are, that's probably not even close to that, but we're just gonna say it. I'm just making these numbers up because they sound good. Somewhere in like 40% of people, right? So you've got about like half the people who were kids kind of come back and dabble with Pokemon in one way or another. It's definitely not that high. We'll say 30%, right? Something like that. But you get this re-entry point where a lot of money, these people have money now, and they wanna relive this, right? And then you get to parents. And this is where we'll say like 20%. You got 20% left that are like hardcore Pokemon, 20% of parents. I'm gonna claim right now, with zero data, that 20% of parents still care about Pokemon. Does that sound right? I think that number sounds right to me. 20% of all first world homes care about Pikachu. And hey, 20% and 80%, that equals 100% Pokemon saturation. Now, after all this BS math, what's the real answer, right? What is the actual fall of Pokemon look like? Well, if you want my opinion, it's two options. Really, there's really only two options. Pokemon, either, I'd say it would take all of like the first people who cared about Pokemon, so people who were kids in the 90s, and even like kids in the early 2000s, basically all of them need to pass away. So I'm thinking like 2100. 2100 is when I think that possibly Pokemon could collapse. Now obviously there's going to be waves, and there could be like, 5 years of nothing, or some lost decades, as they say, but I don't think that'll be the case. And I think Pokemon has got a solid another like 50 years or more in it. Now, I said there's two ways. That means civilization's got to make it to 2100, right? So if you want my opinion, there's really only two things you should be investing in, and that's Pokemon booster boxes and ammunition. I mean, am I right? Am I right? So, anyone who's telling you, oh, Pokemon, it's doomed, no. I'm telling you right now that I personally believe that we have more likely chance of World War III happening than like Pokemon ending. Like that's how strong Pokemon is, okay? Like literally the world needs to end for Pokemon. And even then, we could be in some dystopian future where the barter system, instead of like Fallout, like bottle caps, we're using Pokemon cards, right? Like that's an option. That's an insane option. But I'd say we're good. I think life's, good. We're going to keep on going. Life's going to keep on living. And Pokemon, it's not going anywhere, guys. It's not. They have locked into like the cycle and the zeitgeist, the flows of the consumer. It's not going anywhere. Sorry. So my, again, 2100. That's my guess. I could be off by a couple years. If someone's around, then they'll have to reply on this video if YouTube's still around, and let me know if I'm wrong. But that's really all I got, guys. If anyone's still watching, Flesh and Blood, Dusk Till Dawn, getting real close to breaking 100. Oh, you know, welcome to Wraith Unlimited. There's a lot of them, but I don't know, man. It looks like it's about to break and hit 100 again. So we'll see. But I'm gonna make a video talk about. I haven't talked about Flesh and Blood in a while, and man, High Seas. I'm so excited, guys. I am so excited. Let me know if you guys have any questions. But I mean, you can't argue with the chart. Am I right? Like, the chart is the chart. It is what it is. Have a good one, guys.